Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coin's on my mind. My Coinbase the upper, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying on my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction here, cash registers ring. Ride the blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, that's the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
I gotta get this money on.
Am I tripping? I don't hear you.
I'm tripping. I have my mic on mute. My bad. What's up, y'all?
I'm like, am I tripping?
I definitely heard me on TikTok though. What's up, y'all? My bad. We back. We back. So yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Make sure y'all hit the like button over here on YouTube. So yeah, let's run them likes up. Smash that like button. But yeah, we got a couple things to go over. Of course, I told y'all we was gonna talk about Ripple in Singapore. I did find a little bit of info on JP Morgan in Singapore as well as about their gold expansion out there. So we'll talk about that. We're gonna talk about Bitnomial and Vanguard. Like we said, we knew they was gonna cave in. I think everybody did. They was full of shit. Still full of shit. Always gonna be full of shit. But we'll talk about it. We're gonna talk about that. So we got a couple other articles to go over. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Actually, yeah. So it looks like let's actually just so we got a little bit of Japan news just to kind of piggyback off of this morning. Bank of Japan, December 18th rate decision looms as crypto liquidations hit 643 million. So we'll talk about that first. Let me share my screen. Here we are. All right, cool. All right, yeah. So I know you sent that over. So let's see what's going on. Bank of Japan.
Yep. So the Bank of Japan. So Poly Market, which is a predictions market, now implies that it's about 57% odds the Bank of Japan hikes at its December 18th, December 19th meeting, up from 50% after Governor Idua's hawkish remarks on wages. So on December 1st, crypto saw $643 million in liquidations. Japan's 10-year JGB yield hit 8.6%, the highest since 2008. What happened in 2008? I'm just saying, pressuring global yen carry trades, right? So the yen carry trade risk. For years, investors borrowed cheap yen to buy risk assets, stocks, bonds, crypto. If the Bank of Japan hikes and yen strengthens, carries become less attractive, force unwinds, can hit risk assets and leverage crypto positions. So, and they just talk about the key levels to watch and the scenario. So if the Bank of Japan hikes 25 basis points, the likely yen strength, more carry unwind, and another wave of deleveraging across risk and crypto. If the Bank of Japan holds, relief rally possible, crypto could rebound if funding resets are cleaner and stocks will stabilize. But if it's mixed, hike but signal patience. So initial volatility in the path depends on the USD JPY reaction and global yields. So this December 18th, 19th meeting over there in Japan will determine a whole lot what's going on, not just over there, but because we have close ties with them as well. They buy our bonds, all that, yada yada. So the Bank of Japan's December decision is a macro risk inflection for crypto via the yen carry channel. Rising JGB yields and higher hike odds already exposed leverage long. So positions according for volatility around December 18th, 19th. And is there something happening? It's a lot happening in that time period too, right?
What's the dates again?
This is December 18th and 19th.
What's supposed to be going
on? Wasn't there something supposed to be happening? Maybe we talked about something. Never mind.
Okay.
Take that back. Well, I'll talk to you offline. I think I just remember what it was.
Oh, okay.
All right. But yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right. Let's see this next article. Let's talk about this. Solana. We got a little Solana news. So tokenized prediction markets go live on Solana. So let's talk about that real quick. Tokenized prediction markets. All right. So Kalshi, historically a CFTC regulated U.S. prediction market exchange, has started tokenizing its event contracts on Solana. So that means many of am I saying that right? Kalshi.
Kalshi. That's how I pronounce it. Kalshi.
Yeah, Kalshi's prediction markets are now wrapped as blockchain native tokens or contracts. So this move enables on-chain access plus permissionless trading, liquidity, potential DeFi style integration for event contracts. So outcomes on politics, economics, sports, macro events, etc. Now can behave like on-chain assets. So Kalshi remains as a regulated exchange under U.S. law. So prediction markets have regulated exchange plus on-chain tokenized wrapper hybrid infrastructure. So that platform appears to have significant scale already. So Kalshi claims to dominate a large share of global prediction market volume. Recent funding indicates strong institutional investor backing. So we're seeing a merge between traditional regulated financial infrastructure, which is like prediction markets, regulated exchange, and crypto native tokenized rails, which is on-chain blockchain settlement tokenized contracts, bridging two historically separate financial worlds. So why this matters? So the evolution of market for ideas and events into on-chain global liquidity. So prediction markets have often been fringe or niche. So tokenizing event contracts makes them native to crypto rails, meaning they become globally accessible. They gain programmable liquidity. Event outcome tokens can be traded, used as collateral, wrapped, integrated into DeFi or structured products. They blur the line between asset class and information market. So instead of being just speculation or betting, these become tradable, liquid on-chain instruments, potentially legitimate parts of multi-asset portfolios. And then convergence of regulated finance and crypto ecosystem. So Kalshi keeps regulatory compliance while adopting blockchain infrastructure. So this hybrid reduces friction for institutional capital, provides crypto native flexibility and global reach, creates a new kind of infrastructure regulated on-chain finance, which may become a default for future asset product innovation. So as prediction market scale with tokenization, we can see liquidity from crypto native capital, DeFi, institutional capital, all pulling around event outcome derivatives. So this could become a new capital flow and risk allocation engine. Macro events could be price hedged and speculated on globally, possibly faster, more liquid, more accessible than traditional futures or options. So a new tool to hedge uncertainty, macro risk, policy risk, and not just price risk. Also, competitive pressure on legacy markets and traditional derivatives. So these new on-chain prediction contracts, if they scale, might compete with or disrupt existing financial derivatives like futures, options, swaps, and risk transfer markets because they are simpler, more accessible, and more programmable. They can be global 24/7 and have lower friction. They bypass some legacy intermediaries and may reduce settlement, counterparty, and regulatory frictions. So the next phase of crypto finance and infrastructure is a hybrid rail model. So this feels like a preview of the future. So regulated finance plus crypto rails plus tokenization plus global capital flows. So for long term, this offers a blueprint. So real asset plus event plus expectation markets, but on blockchain infrastructure and with institutional grade compliance. So yeah, this is one of the top 3 macro innovation developments for 2025, in my opinion. So along with institutional crypto ETFs, regulated crypto exchanges, and central bank reserve shifts. So this moment marks a convergence. Regulated finance, crypto rails, global capital, producing a new kind of liquidity infrastructure that can digest macro risk, policy risk, and expectation risk at scale. So in a world where liquidity is increasingly fragile, post QT, strained by debt and threatened by political risk, tokenized prediction markets could become a core pillar of how capital flows, hedges, and reality. Reallocates. So this is not speculation. It's architecture building. It's part of the next gen monetary system. So
we
yeah,
can't see you on TikTok.
You can't see me.
Well, I couldn't see you. I only saw like your face was gone. We saw your live.
Oh,
there you go. The camera was just to the side. That's all. But nah. This is good. This is good because I mean, shit. The last article we just talked about, Polymarket, and Kalshi and Polymarket are the top. I want to say they're the top 2 prediction markets when it comes to being out here, and just leading the pack. Because people are gonna keep betting, and people are gonna keep, just betting. People are just gonna keep betting. So this makes sense. This makes sense.
Yep.
This makes sense.
Gonna be a
but with Solana, you know what I'm saying? They keeping Solana afloat, fam. Any way they can.
Hey, they gonna have to use that XRP for interoperability though. So it's cute, but all this shit gonna have to run up the XRP ledger. But it's cute though.
I mean, whatever to keep them afloat though.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. So yeah, we do got some more stuff to go over.
Tokenized prediction markets. That's next level shit, fam.
Yeah, they on some different stuff now. So yeah, let's talk about Sony real quick. So Sony to bring USD peg stablecoin in early 2026 for in-game settlements.
I mean, we knew this was gonna happen. We saw this happening 10 miles away. So Sony Bank plans to launch USD pegged stablecoin in early 2026. It's targeted for payments across Sony's ecosystem. So that means PlayStation in-game purchases, subscriptions, streaming, and anime content. I'm going to say that again. Sony's entire ecosystem, in-game purchases, subscriptions, streaming, and anime content. So it's going to have lower fees and reduce reliance on card networks and streamline cross-border purchases. Wonder what blockchain they're going to use. Sony Bank has applied for a U.S. banking license and plans a U.S. branch to handle issuance and compliance. And Bastion, which is the stablecoin infrastructure, will support and design and regulatory requirements, and is pegged 1-to-1 with the U.S. dollar. Technical details, all that other stuff is not yet disclosed, but this could unify payments across PlayStation, mobile games, streaming, and anime. It's unknown if it will integrate Sony's L2 Sonium into the mix. It probably will, but this is big because payments control. So direct ownership of payment rails can cut card interchange and forex costs. Because people all over the world play PlayStation. Improve margins and enable instant programmable payouts and refunds. Instant payouts, refunds. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Instant payouts and refunds, fam. So
first time hearing about something like that.
Absolutely. So
and refunds.
And user experience, seamless cross-border purchases, faster settlement, potential loyalty and reward integrations. And over 30% of Sony's revenue is US based. Early US adoption could be substantial if compliance clears. So the United States is still critical when it comes to adoption. Everybody's looking at us like, what are they going to do over there? So the U.S. standards, issuers face federal, state oversight on reserves, redemption, disclosures, and anti-money laundering. And banking groups' concerns is that the ICBA warns that the product can look like deposits without FDIC insurance, raising consumer protection issues. And then they call for Sony banks to meet with the same requirements as U.S. institutions. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they want to be a bank, right, they got to follow the rules of the United States. But at the same time, I feel they're gonna get this shit done. You know what I'm saying? Because all they got to do is pay whoever they need to pay and get it done. So what we're gonna watch for is the reverse model, the cash, the T-bills, the segregation, the bankruptcy, remoteness, the daily, monthly auditors, the redemption terms, the state money transmitter license versus the national bank charter route, and any new U.S. stablecoin law if passed in 2026 timing window. So they want to drop this early 2026 for a reason. So I think we know why.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff happening in Q1 2026.
Right. So this is going to be very competitive. So big brands are moving to issue or deeply integrate stablecoins for lower cost and programmable commerce. So that means payment giants, exchanges, fintech companies, all of them. And Sony's edge is it's a massive existing user base. I'm not sure how many people are on the PlayStation Network, but it's a lot of people, right? So they got the upper hand with all those people being on the PlayStation Network, content, intellectual property, right? That IP and the closed loop incentives could drive high real world usage versus purely crypto native stablecoins. So this is game changer. If this is probably better than the prediction market news for real. A little bit, only because this is gaming, fam. This is gaming. But the prediction mark, I feel like it's gonna go hand in hand eventually. Probably it's gonna go hand in hand because people are gonna be betting on shit while they're playing the game, and people are gonna be betting on people playing games. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
It's crazy. It's like, damn, betting really about to be like part of life.
So
for real.
Because imagine those 1v1s. You know what I mean? But
that's betting to where the winner gets 2,500. So yeah, people gonna start betting on the 1v1 games, 2v2s. Yeah,
but it being tied to blockchain.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Or people betting 1v1 games of the top gamers in the world.
Yeah, it's about to get
crazy. It's gonna be games within games that you could play all day.
Damn, yeah, it's about to get crazy. So y'all get ready, buckle up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Bitnomial right quick. So we got Bitnomial to launch their first CFTC regulated spot crypto exchange in the US. So what Bitnomial's approval means. So Bitnomial just received approval from the CFTC to offer spot cryptocurrency trading under federal regulation. So that makes it the first US exchange where retail and institutional traders can buy or sell crypto on a commodities license platform. So the approval allows both leverage and non-leverage spot crypto traders, meaning margin or financing is possible, not just straight spot trading. Bitnomial already operates under a full CFTC regulated structure. It has clear readers. Clearinghouse, brokerage, and exchange licenses for derivatives on digital assets. In 2025, Bitnomial also became the first U.S. exchange to accept digital asset margin collateral, Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example, and more recently added support for stablecoins and other cryptocurrencies like RUSD and XRP as margin. So Bitnomial is now offering a fully regulated US-based federally supervised bridge between traditional finance regulation and crypto spot markets. So a milestone many in the crypto finance world have awaited. So this is why this matters is because of regulatory legitimacy for crypto spot markets. So for the first time, crypto spot trading is not only a crypto native offshore activity, it can now occur on a US regulated commodities exchange. That pushes crypto deeper into the realm of mainstream regulated financial markets. This gives institutional investors, hedge funds, and traditional traders a compliant, transparent option for holding and trading crypto, potentially unlocking a large new pool of capital. It reduces regulatory uncertainty and counterparty risks for participants who were previously wary of unregulated exchanges. And then you have institutional grade infrastructure for crypto liquidity. So Bitnomial brings full derivatives exchange infrastructure, clearinghouse futures and options, margining, collateral flexibility. So that's crypto, stablecoins, and fiat, and surveillance compliance. So that means crypto markets can now operate under the same kinds of risk management, disclosure, and regulatory frameworks as traditional commodities or futures markets, improving robustness, trust, and legitimacy. So it opens the door for institutional hedging, market making, arbitrage, ETF backing, and deeper derivatives markets for crypto. So a new on-ramp for crypto capital flows and liquidity cycles. So because this is US regulated, it could become a favorite channel for fresh capital, both from US institutions and foreign buyers, to enter crypto via a familiar regulatory structure rather than offshore exchanges or unregulated venues. This could significantly deepen liquidity across crypto markets over time. This could help reduce volatility, improve price discovery, and increase adoption among large capital allocators. And it's also a foundational infrastructure shift. So crypto moving from fringe to core finance. So Bitnomial's approval signals that the institutionalization of crypto is accelerating. It marks a structural shift. Crypto is no longer niche, but becoming part of the regulated architecture of global finance. So this accelerates the trend toward crypto becoming a valid asset class rather than just speculative tokens. So for long-term macro and reserve asset investors, this is a major signal that crypto is entering the plumbing of global capital markets. So yeah, crypto is about to become more investable for traditional capital now.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, it's go time. It's go time. Yeah, so
Let's go.
I mean, the next 6 to 24 months is getting ready to be y'all get ready to see some changes. Y'all get ready to see a lot of changes. A lot's gonna happen in the next 6 to 24 months. But yeah, so we'll see. Will other US regulated exchanges do the same thing that Bitnomial's doing? So this could be the beginning of something, that the rest of these people gonna follow suit, the rest of these exchanges and stuff.
Phasing out cash.
They're gonna do it in the most finessed way possible, and they are going to just be like, "Yeah, we don't accept it." They're not gonna make it illegal. They're not gonna say we're going cashless. They're just gonna simply say, "Oh, we don't accept cash."
Damn. Whoever thought we would get to this point? Where
everything's going, because the people ain't gonna fight the good fight. So that's where everything's going. So we're gonna capitalize since the people don't want to fight the good fight. We're gonna capitalize.
What you mean? We here? Yeah. No, you're right though. You're right. You're 100% right. They ain't gonna fight the good fight. So hey,
the penny is gone.
Facts.
So let me tell y'all why that's detrimental and why that's a little deeper than people, because people ain't think that deep into it. Nope. If the penny is gone, this means that when they do run out of pennies, they can no longer give exact change. Y'all do realize that. So if something costs $6, they owe me $6.47. They got to be able to give me 2 pennies to give me my exact change back. You can't make 47 cents without pennies.
To keep it 100, they don't be trying to do that shit now.
Because they don't have that much change, because they low.
They be like, I ain't got no pennies.
So if we can't give exact change back, then it's going to just be easier for me just not to accept cash. Because I can't give you your exact change. I can't short you. That's illegal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rounding up, that's not legal. That's not an option. You got to give, if you owe them A certain amount you got to get to them. You know what I'm
Said
saying? I'm not about to be rounding, and it's I only supposed to give you 47 cents, but I got to give you 50 cents. That 3 cent gonna start adding up. Then you're gonna look at your yearly roundups, and you're gonna be like, well, damn, we missed out on $8,000 this year from rounding up. You see what I'm saying? That shit add up. Fuck that. So it's gonna get to a point where they just not gonna accept cash. It's not gonna be accepted. They can't give you proper change.
You don't got your card. You don't got your.
Y'all see how that was a finesse? See, it was. The people that think outside of the box knew that wasn't small when it was announced. But the people that's indoctrinated, they was like, oh, okay.
They're like, great. They're like, great. You know what I'm saying? Good. We didn't care for them anyway. Yeah, okay. Exactly.
They didn't think nothing of it. So yeah, that's pennies. That's kind of a big deal.
Oh, keep your pennies though. They might be worth something. Maybe.
Yeah, they might be worth something later. There might be some collectibles or something, especially the old ones.
Come these bots.
Come
these motherfucking bots, fam.
Some on YouTube.
Yeah. Fuck out of here, man. It's gotta come with something.
Yep.
Consistent as hell, though. Consistent as hell. It's more bots on the internet than anything, so you know how the game goes.
Big problem on the internet. So let's talk about Vanguard real quick.
What they got going on over there with Vanguard? Vanguard, State Street. What them cats doing? Accumulating cryptocurrency. That's what they're doing.
Here we go. Yeah, Vanguard. So Vanguard will now allow crypto ETFs on its platform. So this was the same Vanguard back in September, I believe, that said that they was not going to be doing that. You know what I'm saying?
They said that.
Vanguard. This was back in September. I could pull it up. You pull up Vanguard and crypto. Vanguard ain't want to have nothing to do with crypto. Not the ETFs and stuff.
Oh man. Yeah.
Hold on. Now all the new articles coming out. What the old ones at? Hold on. Because before we got on live, I was looking for it. And now it's all these new articles. Everybody got an article now. But yeah, I believe it was back in September, I want to say. And Vanguard they weren't talking too spicy about this. And they still technically saying that they're just having them on their platform. They're not gonna have their own ETF. But whatever. Also, but Vanguard may be playing it safe and just be waiting. They're probably waiting for like the times we're waiting for when prices gonna be way up, and they already know which cryptos are gonna be here, and they just probably just trying to eliminate that whole process or something, and they just may be waiting for like the for sure moment. I don't know. I don't know. That's me guessing. But yeah. We'll get into it though. Hold on.
So Vanguard has 11 trillion global assets under management.
11 trillion.
$11 trillion. So
a lot of money.
And they are the second largest provider of mutual funds. They're the largest provider of mutual funds and the second largest of ETFs behind BlackRock. So why wouldn't they get involved?
Right. So it's interesting to me that they don't want anything. Like somebody said, they don't want nothing to do with Bitcoin. Vanguard don't want they don't. They actually don't. They don't want specifically Bitcoin. They don't want nothing to do with it. I don't know why. I don't think they ever specifically came out and said it, or they probably did. It was probably some FUD, but I don't know. So Vanguard, I think that they're gonna chime in later. I think they're like, well, once y'all done with the bullshit, then we'll be over there.
Well, wait. Just like DeFi King said, Vanguard is all the 401ks. Sure is.
Listen, y'all in them 401ks, boy. Listen, y'all better. I know y'all don't like the messenger, but y'all better take heed to them executive orders he signed for them 401ks, and y'all better get to moving it before y'all regret it. Y'all better get to making some decisions. I know D got some options for you. It's a questionnaire in the bio, in the link. It's a questionnaire over here on the link in the description over here on YouTube. But y'all, listen, you're doing 401ks, especially if you're 59 and a half, y'all need to go ahead and start making some decisions with the 401ks, because
Protect your retirement, fam.
Protect yourself, gang. Don't be like them folks on 08. They was pissed. All right, so what the announcement says, Vanguard will allow crypto ETFs. So as of early December 2025, Vanguard will allow ETFs and mutual funds that primarily hold cryptocurrencies to be traded on its platform, including funds tied to Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and possibly other regulated crypto asset wrappers. So this reverses Vanguard's prior policy. So recently, as early as 2024, Vanguard explicitly blocked clients from buying crypto ETFs on the grounds that they were too speculative and didn't fit Vanguard's traditional stocks, bonds, cash philosophy. Vanguard isn't launching its own crypto ETFs itself, but it will support third-party crypto ETFs and funds that meet regulatory standards. So the firm now gives access to a large base, over 50 million brokerage clients collectively, overseeing roughly $11 million in assets to regulated crypto wrappers. So conservative Wall Street giant opens its doors to crypto exposure via ETFs for mainstream investors. So yeah, this is huge because this is bringing, of course, the legitimization of crypto and digital asset ETFs as core finance. So Vanguard long resisted crypto, viewing it as speculative. So its acceptance means crypto ETFs are now becoming standard part of mainstream financial infrastructure, similar to gold ETFs, commodity ETFs, or international bond ETFs. So Vanguard's 50 million clients and $11 trillion under management equals potentially enormous inflows into crypto ETFs over time. So this could substantially deepen liquidity across crypto markets, strengthen demand for Bitcoin or Ethereum, and support valuation resilience. You know what I think happened? I think Vanguard saw a lot of outflows. A lot of outflows because the people that do have hefty 401ks that are in the know about these crypto ETFs, they wanted exposure and they wanted to be able to reap the benefits and get in early. And I think Vanguard was like, oh shit, they serious about these ETFs. Yeah. People keep asking about it or people are leaving. You know, they're reallocating the 401ks because of it. So I think that's why they got on board, because it became a demand. But yeah, that's
You right. You know, they was like, yo, where this money going? You know what I'm saying? We seen, because they you know, they look at every single account. So if they see anything moving, they probably like, okay, where's that moving towards, or what are they rolling that over into?
And they realize people want exposure to those ETFs. People wanted exposure to crypto ETFs, specifically spot ETFs. Let me be specific. So yeah.
Facts. So but they still full of it, because they probably told their clients, oh no, it's too speculative. You know that's what they said. You know, it's too speculative. Yeah. We're not gonna get into something that's too risky like that. They probably been telling them that shit for years, fam. And they probably had clients that were curious as fuck years ago. That like, yo, like, what if I put my money into, you know, some crypto or some Bitcoin or some XRP years ago? They probably was just like, man, I'm getting into that shit.
Yeah. They put, and then they probably put fear in their clients' hearts.
Facts. Sure. I'm talking about when shit was low. Yeah. Even when Bitcoin and Ethereum was low, they, you know, people were probably interested then, and they probably was like, oh no. You see how the market dipped, you know, and stuff like that. It's too speculative. But now here we are.
Yep.
That's why you gotta, you know, do your discernment, and you gotta do your work, fam. You gotta do your work. You gotta look at the stuff behind the stuff that's going on, because there's so much shit going on. So why we exist, fam? That's why we exist. What we got there? Ripple?
Yeah, Ripple. So Ripple expands scope of payment activities in Singapore for its major payment institution license. So yeah, we're gonna talk about this a little bit, because this got announced, and I think at the same time we found out JP Morgan had done expanded they go to Singapore as well. What the hell? Everybody look like they linking up in Singapore.
Yo, man, it's the hub, yo. It's the hub.
Look like they linking up. So yeah, we'll talk about Ripple first. But so this is what just happened. So Ripple expanded license in Singapore. So Ripple Singapore subsidiary, whatever the goddamn word is. Ripple markets APAC, PTE. Anyway, they received approval from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. to broaden the scope of payment activities under its existing major payment institution license. So it's called an MPI license for short. So major payment institution license. So this expanded scope means Ripple can now offer a full suite of regulated payment services in Singapore, including use of digital payment tokens, such as its stablecoin RLUSD and crypto asset XRP for settlement, end-to-end payment flows, collection, custody, token swap, and payouts, all under a single license framework. So cross-border and domestic money transfer services via token-based rails, which means banks, fintechs, crypto firms, and other clients can use Ripple as their regulated payment infrastructure in Asia Pacific. So in effect, Ripple has moved from being a more limited crypto payments experiment under license to a fully licensed digital asset payment infrastructure provider in Singapore, capable of servicing institutional clients at scale. This is huge. So there is no more experiment.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fully licensed digital asset payment infrastructure provider now in Singapore. So this matters because of regulated institutional grade rails have become real. So this isn't a fringe exchange or unregulated stablecoin experiment. Ripple now offers regulated licensed payment infrastructure in a major global financial hub. So that makes crypto settlements and cross-border token-based payments more credible for banks, corporates, and institutional capital. So Asia Pacific real money adoption is accelerating. So Singapore is among the world's most forward-looking jurisdictions on crypto regulation. So with on-chain activity reportedly up 70% year over year. And APAC, this license puts Ripple at the center of a rapidly growing institutional digital asset corridor. Also, it bridges legacy finance, stablecoins, crypto infrastructure. It deepens liquidity and legitimacy for DPTs or stablecoins. And it accelerates institutional adoption beyond speculation. So this helps shift crypto's narrative from volatile speculative asset towards real world infrastructure, utility, cross-border liquidity. So yeah, this was huge over there for Ripple. So this was a huge move. So with Ripple just doing that, and then we got JP Morgan expanding their vaulting to Singapore. So they expanded their gold vaulting to Singapore. So I'm gonna just go ahead and go right into that because JP Morgan has officially opened a precious metals vault facility in Singapore, located in a free trade zone near Changi Airport, Shanghai.
Why they need a vault over there? How much shit they got?
And why didn't they tell the press? Because this was media press time worthy. Why y'all do that so secretly? We had to find out through some folks overseas that y'all even had did this. So according to JP Morgan, this new vault is meant to facilitate physical settlement for gold futures and other transactions involving physical gold in Asia, including allocations of ETFs. So the bank itself says the motivation is increasing demand in Asia, desire from investors to diversify the physical location of bullion holdings, not just London, New York, and Zurich? I don't know.
Zurich.
Yeah, Zurich. And to serve clients in Asia Pacific. So this is consistent with broader market shifts. So several other private vault storage facilities in Singapore have recently expanded capacity for gold and precious metals, reflecting growing demand for Asia-based bullion custody. So JP Morgan now has a physical gold storage vault in Singapore, which positions Singapore as a new node in global gold infrastructure alongside long-standing vault centers such as London and New York. So yeah, so this was, I don't know if this was a full, what we don't know is if this was a full reallocation. That's the part that I could not confirm. As far as did they reallocate their gold? We don't know if this was a full reallocation. There was no public statement because JP Morgan kept this on the hush. So there was no public statement indicating that they moved all of their gold holdings from London, New York, or elsewhere to Singapore. The vault opening is about adding capacity, not necessarily relocating the entire inventory. So yeah, we don't really have a clear answer on that. And they will tell us that in their own time if they did anyway. So yeah, we'll see. But It's a lot going on over there in Singapore. It sounds like everybody want to make sure they getting a piece of the pie over there because JP Morgan over there quickly.
Listen, JP Morgan not only has a whole lot of gold, but they have a whole lot of silver too, just like Bank of America, fam. We told y'all that shit like 2-3 years ago, fam, that they was holding a lot of precious metals. But the fact that they going over to Singapore, fam, that might be where the party's at, fam. That might be where the party's at. You know what I'm saying? I know we always talk about Abu Dhabi, you know, Dubai, shit like that, UAE, that area, but Singapore, that may be where the party's at, fam. I'm gonna have to go over there.
Yeah, I definitely need to go there. They've been posting because Ripple has an office over there. I seen one of them people that work at Ripple posted a picture with the XRP symbol on one of the buildings out there. So I was like, damn, I gotta get to Singapore, see what's going on out there.
All I'm gonna say is make sure your passport up to date, baby, so we can do some scoping. Maybe,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? That is very good though. That is very good. It gives us more validation. But I'm sitting here like, okay, where we at? We hearing about Singapore. We hearing about all these other places. Where we at? United States. Where you at? We supposed to be number one.
What we doing? So I do know. It does look like we are gonna get the quantitative easing announcement. Today.
Oh, 8 o'clock, right?
I think that's what Powell gonna say at 8 o'clock. Y'all let me know in the chat. But I believe they're gonna announce the quantitative easing. If they have they announced it yet? But I know we're about to get this quantitative easing, so they're about to turn this money printer back on. So we should be it should get. I don't know. I think it's about to get real spicy though. I think it's about to get real spicy. So yeah, we'll see. We'll keep an eye out on it. To see what's going on. Vanguard now. That's Vanguard.
No, not officially. Not
officially yet. Okay. So we'll see what this big announcement is from Jerome Powell at 8 p.m. Him going on so late, right when everybody gonna be watching football. They annoying.
yeah. They're gonna be
watching Monday Night Football, trying to catch these last minute Cyber Monday deals, and then that's when they want to tell y'all they turning the money printer back on.
Who's even playing Monday Night Football tonight? Is it anybody like? Let me see. It's the Giants versus the Patriots. The Giants suck, fam, this year.
Yeah, they're trash.
It's still football. Still Monday Night Football. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. I've been tapped out of sports, you know.
Oh yeah, nah, for sure. It's pretty boring now. Hey, it's a whole nother conversation.
It sure is.
Y'all ain't gonna like my opinion on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep up with what's going on, y'all. We may hop back on here. You know, especially if the market, you know, want to start doing something while Powell talking. I don't know what's gonna happen. But we'll see. Or the market tomorrow morning might be a little crazy. So we'll see what he's gonna be talking about at 8 o'clock. I know the rumor about he might resign. I don't believe that. I'll believe it when that happens.
Yeah.
So I think this is gonna be about quantitative easing. But then again, who knows? You never know with these fucking people. So we're gonna find out at 8.
Is Powell at a 10 a.m. press conference tomorrow? No, it's tonight. He talking tonight.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
Yeah, go to YouTube. Yeah, we at the end. We get ready to hop off. Go to YouTube to catch that recording. So yeah, y'all. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what's going on. If it's live worthy, we'll be back up here. See what's going on.
Absolutely.
We'll keep an eye on that. Other than that, make sure y'all getting that Patreon. Make sure y'all learning DeFi. Make sure y'all getting that Telegram. Those that want to be a part of the BlockNation community, make sure y'all in that Telegram with us. Actually, I think we get ready to move the Telegram to Patreon here momentarily. But it's gonna be a separate Patreon. It's not gonna be with the DeFi, but it's gonna be we might be on Patreon. But yeah, other than that, y'all, got a class coming up, Metaverse gaming. Make sure y'all getting that gaming Metaverse class. Learn how to earn while you're streaming. Because gaming is getting ready to be a big deal. As y'all can see, what we talked about today with Sony. Gaming is getting ready to go on a whole nother level. So y'all get ready. So yeah, we're gonna prepare y'all for that. We got a nice class for that coming up on December 13th and 14th. So make sure y'all tap into that gaming and Metaverse class. And yeah, other than that, we're gonna see what's going on with this Powell speech. what it's gonna mean for the markets, and then we'll be back on here. All right. So
Facts.
tonight. Yeah, tonight. It look like I think he's supposed to speak at 8 o'clock. So we'll see y'all. You know, if it's worth coming back on here. All right, y'all. We don't want to bore y'all to death, so we'll see what it is. What's going on? All right, y'all.
All right.
All right.
Peace.